Hello, I'm Tim Jackson, first horn with the Liverpool Phil. Very disappointed that we're not able to be celebrating this 40th anniversary of the British Horn Society with all of us all together, but absolutely delighted that we're able to be part of this virtual celebration. Now, we've been pretty lucky in Liverpool recently in that we've been able to do a few concerts for some live audiences. Remember those? But of course they've been quite small programmes for very small audiences. So we thought it would be nice to play a little game of Desert Island concert programmes. My Desert Island programme, in fact, is a single piece, the Mass in B minor by J.S. Bach. You'll probably know that the solo horn only plays in one movement. It's the movement that comes 2 numbers before the interval, the quoniam. It's a great fun challenge, physically and mentally. You sit there for a long time before you play, but it's glorious music. And you can hear it being played rather splendidly by Andy Clark here. But for me, the real reason for wanting to perform this piece is to experience the music which comes 2 numbers before the quoniam. It's the movement called Qui tollis peccata mundi, and it's a choral movement, and for me it's the single most perfect piece of music ever composed. It's absolutely beautiful music, and to sit on the stage with the choir behind you and with the orchestra in front of you is a really amazing experience, which is why the B minor Mass would be my Desert Island concert programme.
Hello, I'm Stephen and I'm the 3rd horn at the Liverpool Phil. For my concert programme, I would open with a piece by Richard Strauss called München ein Gedächtniswalzer, known in English as the Munich Memorial Waltz. This haunting piece was written after the destruction of Munich in 1944, and although I've never actually played it, is one of my all-time favourites and something I truly hope to perform in the future. To continue the first half of my concert, I'm going to go for Sibelius Violin Concerto. Although it's not necessarily the most interesting horn writing, I think it's a beautiful piece, and under the right circumstances it can be amazing to play, particularly the chorale in the slow movement. For the second half, I'm going to go with Mahler, especially as our Mahler cycle in Liverpool this year only made it to the 2nd symphony before being cut short in March. As to which one, any of the symphonies would do, but I'm going to go for Das Lied von der Erde, one of my absolute favourites, both to listen to and perform.
Hi, my name's Tim Nicholson. I'm 4th horn in the Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra. My Desert Island concert, I think, would start off with a bit of Prokofiev, a small overture. There's lots and lots of little, quite obscure overtures and bits and pieces that he wrote. And I would pick that really because that's what I grew up listening to as a teenager when I was starting to play the horn. I would go down to the Usher Hall on a Friday night and listen to the SNO. They had Naim Yarvi as their principal conductor at the time, and they were working their way through all of the Prokofiev repertoire. And so there'd always be a bit of obscure Prokofiev as a starter, and they're fantastic. There's lots of them, and some of them are brilliant and not very well known. Second piece in the programme, I suppose we're looking for a concerto. But I'd be quite nice to do something French, perhaps. Nice bit of gentle French, anything Ravel, Debussy, or even some of the American composers as a Barber concerto, perhaps. Anything like that would be great. And when it comes to a symphony, I'm quite torn now. I can't decide whether to nominate Beethoven 3, Eroica, which means I get to the pub early and leave the rest of them working away. But really, at the moment, with all of this COVID going on, I'm kind of missing large ensembles. So it would have to be one of the big Mahlers, I think, get 8 or 9 of us on the stage and giving it some welly. So any of the Mahlers. Mahler 8, I think, is one of my favourite, but that makes this concert a really long concert. So perhaps it'd be one of the Mahler 5 or 6, perhaps. But yeah, missing big noise and missing big gangs of horn players. There you go, that's my Desert Island concert.
Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the bumper horn in the Liverpool Philharmonic. The first piece I'd like to play is Debussy's Prelude à l'après-midi d'un faune, one of the most beautiful, evocative pieces of music ever written. The second piece that I choose for this compilation is Mozart's 27th Piano Concerto. It's a really happy piece of music. I love playing second horn in pieces with high horn parts. The outer 2 movements of this concerto are in B flat alto, a real challenge for the second horn to play quietly and accurately. My third piece is Richard Strauss's Ein Heldenleben. It has to be, as a bumper, the best piece to play, the most rewarding piece to play. If you get through the last 4 lines and nobody hears what you're playing, then you've done your job well. Enjoy it.